I am going to now play music. Alright, welcome back to part 2 of Thinking Face, the musical, where streamer for the next couple hours is going to read your text and criticize your text and then guess based on your text and see if streamer can get it right. That is the name of the game. We're gonna see how it goes. So of course, first things first, let's give everybody a reminder of the current score. So I got my notepad up, you can see that. So currently streamer is at 20 positives, 6 corrects on number 1, 13 corrects on number 2, and I am at 27 both incorrect. Why? I don't know why. Oh, I forgot something important. Hold on. I forgot to get my stamp. Where is it? Recently used. I can't show you this because there's stuff in here. Okay, hold on. There's stuff in here you can't see. It'll give it all away. Where is it? Bro, how is it the only one that's not there? Huh? Oh, now I have to go digging. Alright, give me a second. It's somewhere in the downloads folder, isn't it? Oh, found it. That was pretty easy. Okay. Okay. Uh, 35. Alright, our Jun is corrected. We're ready. Okay. Alright. Ready? Let us resume after 2 minutes of stalling. Streamer is going to resume. Here we go. So chat, we got through 70 of these things. I think last time there's over 300 of them. So, in other words, I'm gonna be here for the rest of my fucking life. I'm gonna be here the rest of my life. So, buckle in and get used to it with me. Don't forget, you're here forever. Alright, number 1. On a normal day, my favorite character would scold my second favorite for not doing her work. However, if my favorite character had a particularly rough day at work, say if her workplace was too noisy, it would probably say, I get you. On a normal day, my favorite would scold my second favorite for not doing her work. But if my favorite had a particularly rough day at work... Is this? Okay, here's my guess. Raisin Komachi. There you go. Raisin Komachi. There you go, lock it in. Put it in. Put it in. Raisin Komachi. There's Kana and Komachi. Okay, alright. I was half correct. Whoa. Wow. No worms here. Nope. No worms here. Alright. Number 15. Next one. Okay, this one's long. Alright. You know, the whole like school, temple school thing is real, but the allowance of like fairies and stuff, that's kind of real. I think there was a chapter in Wildhorn Hermit where there's like a fox who's pretending to be a human who's going to school, but like they call Reimu or something because they're like, Reimu, something's going on here, and then they like find out what the issue is and they're like, oh, whatever. Something like that. I can't remember the details. Speaking of details, farewell. There we go. But the whole Kane teaches the 9 crew and the fairies and whatnot isn't entirely like You know, that's a fan thing, more or less. All right, we're on the next one. Here it is. My favorite character runs a business. Oh boy. My second favorite character comes over one day and is impressed by her service and product. The next day, the favorite character's product becomes so crazy popular at all of Gensokyo that it drives her so busy and crazy that she still keeps working hard. However, she's very much unaware that the second favorite person she served was behind all this. My answer? Mistia and Aya, birds of a feather, flock together, lock in. Business? Spreading that business around Gensokyo, hard worker? Give me that shit. Put it in, put it in. Put it in, put it in. Mistia and Shimada! No! No! Well, I was right about Mistia. Shimada, number 2, huh? The Shimada. Would Shimada do that? Can Shimada do that? Does she have that ability? The ability to, like... Her ability is, like, she has reign over the free market, right? I was thinking about publicity with Aya. More so than, I don't know. What does Shimada do? What does Shimada do exactly? Does she just make you want to go and spend money? I don't get it. But it's fine. Once again, half right. Good job, streamer. Try harder this time, would you? Smiley face. You got it, non-existent chat member. I'll do it right here for you. My favorite character doesn't mind that the other person is known for being too prideful and a delinquent because together they feel like the ultimate pair as master and slave. That is Tenchi and Shimmy. That is Tenchi and Shimmy. Give me my both correct right now. Well, I guess it'd be Shimmy and Tenchi, but you know. Yeah, what I tell ya. I remember that line from Antinomy, about the perfect pairing with those two. One more Jun for the road. Alright, shit. I'm losing track of my tabs. Okay. I like that one, because that one is like... You could kind of pick out a little bit, but then, you know... This one basically is a question of just like, do you know your lore? Or, you know, that these characters have interacted, so you just have to know your lore. And I know my lore. That's when I get to show off, you know? When characters who actually interact with each other... Characters who actually interact with each other in canon, and I get to like read that and be like, I know who that is, you know? It's my show off. Unless you're talking about PC98, in which case... The fuck? I'm kidding. Alright, next one. My favorite would probably be able to get them to fall for a scam, given her trickster-like nature. But if they catch on to it, my favorite might run into a horde of harvest mites. Okay, I know the second one. Fall for a scam, given her trickster-like nature. Okay. I know number 2 is Wriggle. Number 2 is Wriggle. But who is this? Who's the scam artist here? It's gotta be Tay, right? It's gotta be Tay Wriggle. Tay Wriggle, Tay Wriggle, Tay Wriggle. Tay Wriggle. Lock it in. Tay Wriggle. Hey, streamer wins. Yeah, because you see, Wriggle can manipulate any bug. She is the bug master. And I'm pretty sure, I don't remember if it was in not Forbidden Scrollery, Perfect Memento, or Bohemian Archive. But I remember there being mentioned somewhere that since Wriggle can control any bug, she can control harvest mites, which are apparently like, I think it was harvest mites. But she can control a very specific type of bug that's like extremely dangerous, so Wriggle can be a little scary. I'm pretty sure it was harvest mites, because I mean, it's such a specific choice of word there. It's gotta be what it is. And then Wriggle, or, I say Tay could be anyone, but there's only this. There's, you know. Alright. Next one. You know, if I say they really want to eradicate their kind, you're just gonna instantly get it. Okay. So what's... What? 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 I'm assuming the there here isn't referencing or referring to the first person's kind. Huh. Alright, well, let's just guess. Let's go Junko and Kaguya. Just get it over with. It's a bad one. Junko and Aisen. Alright, whatever. Alright. Alright. Moving on. Just forget about that one. Next one. The most common time for my two favorites to interact alone would be at the shrine while Reimu is somewhere else. Oh, interesting. Okay, I like the way this one's worded, because it puts him at the shrine, but it specifies when Reimu is somewhere else, so it's not Reimu. Holy shit, this credits theme is so long. It's like 3 minutes. Now that's some music with some chest hair. They're both common sights at the shrine regardless of time, season, or party density. On one hand, I think my second favorite would have a lot to say to my favorite, but on the other, said second favorite probably gave up on the favorite from the beginning. Said favorite is after all the most upright crooked. Said favorite is after all the most upright crooked person against Tokyo, whereas the second favorite is the most crooked upright person. What the hell? Okay. Upright crooked person and crooked upright person. Second favorite would have a lot to say to my favorite, and the other said second favorite probably gave up on the favorite from the beginning. Common sights at the shrine regardless of time, season, or party density. Upright, crooked, and crooked upright. It's an interesting way to phrase it. I know one of them is Marissa, but do you think it's Mima? Cause like, I feel like Mima fits here, but at the same time, common sights at the shrine, Mima, I don't think that fits. The way this is worded, it's worded so specifically. I feel like it like, you know, I feel like I can't, if I shouldn't be taking a stretch with that. I'm gonna lock in. Mima Marissa. I'm gonna lock in. I'm locking in with that. Give me that. I might be wrong here. If I'm wrong, Marissa and Kasen. Ah, god damn it. I was wrong on both orders. Okay, so I was right to assume that the way the writing specified that it wasn't just like forcing Mima to show up there. I was right in assuming that, but I didn't follow it. I didn't follow it. That one was well written though. That one was well written. I just interpreted it incorrectly. Kasen and Marissa. It's kind of interesting how little those two engage, huh? Considering Wildhorn Hermit, they're like Marissa doesn't fuck off, and then Kusen is like always there as well. But for the most part, they're just kind of like, you know, they both have a mutual acquaintance, so they just kind of show up in the same spot a lot, I guess. Hina Road. Time for the Hina Road. Alright. Next one. Even though my favorite character loves fighting to see who poses a good challenge to her, Goku, my favorite character would probably get lazy and drunk with them because of their usual attitude towards fighting without a problem to solve against Sokyo. Okay, so she likes fighting people who are strong, but would probably get lazy and drink with the second favorite because their usual attitude towards fighting without a problem. Without a problem to solve against Sokyo. Somebody who doesn't like fighting without a reason. But also a character who enjoys fighting for a good challenge. I feel like number 2 is Reimu. Number 1. My money is on either Yugi or Tenshi. So I'm running the calcs. Hold on. I'm running the calcs. Let my brain do the calculations right now. Thinking. Alright, I'm locking in. Yugi Reimu. I'm locking in. There you go. It could be Tenshi, but I'm locking in. I'm locking in. Yugi Reimu. Moko Reimu. See, she came to mind at the last minute. But lazy and drunk with them? I don't know. That doesn't seem like Moko. You say lazy and drunk, I think of Yugi for sure. I wouldn't think of Moko. She'd probably just leave. That's what Moko do. If Reimu didn't want to fight, Moko would just fucking leave. Like, alright, goodbye. See you later. Number 2. Correct. One more on the number 2 line for the... Wait, no. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I fucked up. I fucked up. There you go. There you go. Better. Okay, next one. What the hell is this? Extra. Maybe I shouldn't put that up. Whatever. I copied the wrong thing. Okay. My favorite and second favorite would likely have a very long and intricate conversation about certain types of ventures. My favorite would play out the long game, while my second is likely to do it as we speak. In the end, it's a double negative, so I'm not sure how their venture would result. Not even sure if they would even be able to talk about it in person, considering they have a lot of things to manage in their respective place. That, on its own, is quite far apart against Sokyo on the vertical axis. So one of these is probably Sugume. Most likely very long intricate conversations about certain types of ventures. My favorite would play out the long game, while my second is likely doing it as we speak. Double negative, so I'm not sure how their venture would result. The fuck does venture mean in this context? What does venture mean in this context? Play out the long game while the second is likely doing it as we speak. The part against Sokyo on the vertical axes. Vertical is being, you know, up and down. Up and down. Well, that could mean up. Well, that could mean down or up. Like hell, or it could also mean moon. Huh? play out the long game while second is likely doing it as we speak. The problem I'm having is I don't know what the word venture here is supposed to mean or refer to. Type of venture. You mean like adventure? But like, how would that make sense to somebody who's like doing it as we speak? That doesn't make any sense to me. I don't understand. They would even be able to talk about it in person, considering they have a lot of things to manage in their respective place. Favorite play at the long game, which is likely doing it as we speak. Alright, it's gonna be one of those guessing ones. That's what it is. Because I don't understand the question. Well, it's not a question, but you know what I mean. My guess is Satori and Sagume. There you go. That's my guess. Satori Sagume. Go ahead, tell me I'm wrong so we can move on. Go ahead. I can take it. I can take it. Tsukasa and Yashie. Oh, well, I was... Okay. What the fuck does venture mean? It was business. What? Then use the word business. What are you using the word venture for? Someone is doing it as we speak, and the other one's playing the long con. Maybe I'm too smooth brain for this this one. I don't know. A business enterprise involving considerable risk. That's what venture means? Oh my god. Alright. Alright, well, that's good information to have. I could not think of anything other than adventure, but said with like an lingo. Have an adventure, mate. You know, that's what I was thinking. And my brain could not escape that. Alright, I guess if my favorite was around, she'd give my second a good scolding. Don't use living beings for Danmaku battles, even if you technically gave that thing life yourself. And furthermore... If my favorite was around, she'd give my second a good... What do you mean if she was around? Where'd she go? Where'd she go? Don't use living beings for Danmaku battles. So second favorite is Sega. But what do you mean if my favorite was around? Where'd she go? What happened to her? Are we talking like around as in if she was nearby, or are we talking about around as in she's still alive? Status dead. Who is status dead? No, I'm going Aki and Sega. Aki and Sega. That makes the most sense. That makes the most sense to me. There's Kasen and Narumi? What? Literally what? Are you sure? Are you absolutely sure that you gave me the right answer? What? That's what the sheet says? What? Are you talking about Bullet Golem? Is Bullet Golem like a statue or something? Is the Danmaku ball alive? I thought it was just a big orb. Well, shows what I know. Kasen Narumi. No human being on this planet was gonna get that one right. I promise you that. That was so off base that I thought you gave me the wrong answer. What the fuck? Oh, whoops. Meant to do this first. Here's the whip. I love this part of the song. My second favorite character would probably condemn my favorite character's existence. And my favorite character would describe the meeting as a business meeting. A certain person doesn't like my second favorite character, so my favorite character is there instead. Ooh, interesting. My second favorite would probably condemn my favorite character's existence, and my favorite character would describe the meeting as a business meeting. A certain person doesn't like my second favorite, so my favorite character is there instead. So someone's there, so favorite character is a representative of another to meet second favorite. Second favorite hates favorite character. Oh, okay. This one's interesting. I like this one, but I'm probably gonna get it wrong, so let's hope let me think. Second favorite would probably condemn my favorite character's existence. Favorite character would describe the meeting as a business meeting, but someone doesn't like the second favorite, so my favorite is there instead. So somebody who's condemn the favorite character's existence. Characters who have a deep-seated hatred for each other. That's what I'm trying to think of. But it's a business meeting. That's the thing. It's a business meeting. So there's a professional environment to it. Fuck, this is a hard one. I think favorite, hold on, okay. Condemn their existence. Fuck, dude, that's a hard one. That really is a hard one. I can't think of anyone who, like... I'm really trying here. I really am. I'm really trying here to think. Hatred. I don't know. I don't know. I have no idea. I can't think of anything. So I'm gonna go. We're gonna move on. Here's my quick guess. Here's my quick guess. I think it's Junko and Eren. We'll go with that. I have no idea. I have no idea. There's a few things that come to mind, but I can't figure it out. So I gotta move on though. I'm taking too long on it. Ron and Eiki. See, Ron and Tenchi was actually one I was thinking of because of Tenchi and Yukari's bad blood. Eiki would condemn Ron's existence. And yeah, Yuko and Yukari do not want to meet Eiki. They do not want to meet her at all. Okay, I got it both wrong, but I was thinking Ron, so I had a semi-correct train of thought. Eiki and Yukari have never interacted, but there was a short story that Sun wrote implying that Yuko and Yukari they do not want to deal with Eiki. Be it because she's too strong or because she's too quote-unquote strong, aka she's annoying as fuck. I'm not really sure. Alright. Alright, next one. My favorite character would most likely never reach the talent of the second. They would almost never meet unless the second goes to retrieve something. Get that out of here. 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 Keep that. Turn that shit up. Fantasy Orchestra. Favorite character would most likely never reach the talent of the second. They would almost never meet unless the second goes to retrieve something. If they do, the first would find the second interesting and try to study her, but wouldn't understand anything. The second would either like her for her straightforwardness or avoid her because her energy is too much to handle. Both are technically connected because of a third party. Huh. Connected by a third party, but have never actually met. Never reach the talent of the second. They never meet unless the second goes to retrieve something. First would find the second interesting and try to study her, but wouldn't understand anything. The second would either like her for her straightforwardness or avoid her because her energy is too much to handle. Both are technically connected because of a third party. There's a lot here, but nothing explicit, so... You can definitely narrow things down with this amount of description, though. The talent of the second leads me to believe that they have similar abilities, but one is stronger than the other. I'm gonna go with Marissa and Nazrin. I know that's a weird one. I know it's a weird one, but we'll go with Marissa and Nazrin. There you go. Okay. Ryuji Utsuho and Hata no Kokoro. Retrieve something. Oh, the mask. Oh, the mask. If she goes to Koishi's home, they do the first to find the second to understand anything. With straightforwardness, avoid technically connected because of a third party. That third party being Koishi. Okay. Okay. Ghostly Forest. Alright. Utsuho and Kokoro. Alright. You know what's cool is when you get the answer and you actually see how the wordplay kind of comes in. I was thinking like Nazrin and Marissa because of the idea they both like look / like collect things, you know. Nazrin's really talented at finding things and Marissa likes treasure hunting. And straightforwardness sounds like Marissa to me. But also Nazrin also seems like the kind of person who'd be like, leave me alone. And technically connected by a third party, well I guess that one, yeah, I don't know, that one's a bit... That was a hard one. That was a hard one. I was way off base, but at the very least, I formulated my own opinion on it. And it made sense after I read it. Or after I understood the answer. It made enough sense. It's the ones that make no sense to me even after reading them. You know, they give me the go like, what? What is this? How is it this? Eiki Narumi, man. Eiki Narumi. Alright. Okay. Did I put that in right? No, I didn't. Okay. No, Twilight Frontier. Yeah! Rumi Hyper. My favorite character would possibly interact with and keep track of my second favorite character. When said second character performs their favorite task, because Zun described rainbows as a place where other worlds intersect with others in a music comment. Oh shit. Okay. My favorite character would possibly interact with and keep track of my second favorite character. When said second character performs their favorite task, because Zun described rainbows as a places where other worlds intersect with others in a music comment. Okay. Possibly interact, keep track of my second favorite character. Second performs their favorite task. Something related to rainbows. A place where other worlds intersect with ours. Performs their favorite task. Their favorite task. So describes rainbows as a place where other world. Keep track of them. And characters related to rainbows. But other worlds suggest they're not both from Gensokyo. Favorite task, though. There's a few characters I can think of who interact with rainbows. I'm not sure, but I think one of them is Kogasa. But I don't know who would want to keep track of her. That's the problem I'm having. But I think it's related to rainbows, and there's only so many characters. Alright, let's lock in. Let's lock in. Shimada Kogasa. I forgot Alice is the 7-color puppeteer. I could have been her too. Damn it. Kutaka and Shimada. Why Kutaka? Why Kutaka? Is there something I'm missing? Is there vital information that streamer is lacking? What? Guards the gate to another world or something? What does that have to do with rainbows? Why would Kutaka care about Shimada? What? Oh, you got me. You got me. My favorite would probably find my second fave annoying as they disturb them while they're in their house. However, she gets along with her when they both go to events with their landlord. Sometimes she hitches a ride while the other runs. Wait a minute. Landlord, what do you mean? My favorite would probably find my second favorite annoying as they disturb them while they're in their house. However, she gets along with her when they both go to events with their landlord. Sometimes she hitches a ride while the other runs. Their landlord. Would probably find my second fave annoying. So that means they don't interact. They don't interact. With their landlord. Sometimes she hitches a ride while the other runs. What does this mean? What does this mean, man? What does this mean? Sometimes she hitches a ride while the other runs. What does that mean? Oh my god. Hitches a ride while the other runs. Fair find my second fave annoying as they disturb them while they're in their house. It's this running bit, man. It's this running bit. Hitches a ride. She gets along with her when they both go to events with their landlord. I think Byakuran's involved, but I can't imagine Byakuran getting annoyed, and Byakuran's the landlord. But this is the way this is worded suggests that they've never interacted before. So characters who she gets along with her when they both go to events with their landlord. But otherwise would probably find them annoying if they disturb them in their house. Their landlord. What does this mean? Hitches a ride while the other runs. Dude, I have so many questions. Hitches a ride on what though? Literally on what? I don't know. I have no idea, so I'm just guessing. Ichida Nue. I'm just guessing. I'm just guessing. Shimmy and on. Oh. Oh. Hitches a ride means gets on top of her. While the other... Oh. That makes more sense. Okay, now it makes sense. Now it makes sense. I could not for the life of me figure out what hitching a ride meant. So my mind went to Byakuran's motorcycle and Unzan. And when I thought about the number of characters who would ride on Unzan, the answer came down to one character. But obviously I was on the wrong train of thought the whole time. It makes sense now that you've given me the answer. But the way that was... Hitch a ride. Landlord, I was lost, dude. I was lost. Alright. Next one. My favorite character would probably try to get my second favorite character to improve the reputation of their kin due to my second favorite having done similar with another species. My second favorite would probably uncharacteristically go along with it. Sincerely, due to her favorite being close to characters my second favorite wants to be in the good books of. Okay, interesting. My favorite would probably try to get my second favorite character to improve the reputation of their kin due to my second favorite having done similar with other species. So number one wants the assistance of number two, because number two has done something like this before. And second favorite would probably go along with it, even if it seems out of character, because the favorite is close to characters that my second favorite wants to be in the good books of. This is another one with good descriptors, and it's very thought-provoking. But fuck, man, I don't know. I like these ones, though. They make you think. So we're looking for a character who has improved the reputation of of another species within Gensokyo. Who has done that? Reputation of their kin. Like species or just like those around them? Second favorite would be is close to characters. My second favorite wants to be in the good books of. I'm really racking right here. Characters who have improved reputation of species. It's not Wriggle, that's for sure. Wriggle did not do a good job with that. Shit. Okay. I thought about which characters have improved reputation. And there were a few that came to mind, but only a few. So I'm gonna lock in with Mamizo and Tei. That's what I'm going with. Mamizo and Tei. Because of the rabbit chapter in Horn Hermit, and because Mamizo took over as boss of the Tanuki. Kutaka and Tei. It wasn't Mamizo, but I was correct with Tei. And you're right. Kutaka does want people to respect chickens. That one makes sense. That one makes sense. And Kutaka is close to the Enma. So Tei would go along with it because she wants to be in the good books of the Enma. That's a good one. That's a very good one. Alright. Alright, I like that one a lot. I got a half right. Got Tei right. But not Kutaka. In hindsight, saying Mamizo first when I just said that she improved the well, actually, she, you know, power hungry. But that makes sense. I forgot about Kutaka's desire to have chickens be more respected. That's good. I like that one. I like that one a lot. And now, we're moving on to the next one. Alright. Here we go. My favorite character would never win an eating competition against them. And probably wouldn't even participate unless their best friend were to participate as well. My second favorite character is also one of the few people who might actually recognize my most favorite. Oh, shit. Okay. Favorite character would never win an eating competition against them. And probably wouldn't even participate unless their best friend were to participate as well. My second favorite character is also one of the few people who might actually recognize my most favorite. So number 2 is a big eater. Number 1 would never participate in a eating contest unless their best friend was with them. But second favorite would recognize most favorite. Second favorite is one of the few people who might actually recognize her. That's the one that's stumping me. One of the few who might actually recognize. What does that mean exactly? What does that mean? What does that mean? Alright, here's my assumption. Alright, I'm gonna lock in. Nue Yuma. I'm locking in. Because they were trapped in the hell of blood pools. Nue is unidentified, but Yuma would know her. That's my guess. Dayose and Rumia. Well, fuck me, I guess. We're just taking the... Okay. Alright. Alright. Dayose and Rumia. Okay. That's fine. That's fine. All my hard work, my train of thought. Nah. Fuck it. Who cares? Doesn't matter. I was wrong. Completely wrong. Whatever. Here I was thinking I was being clever. No. No. Not me. Not me. Try again. Next time. Few characters to recognize her. Based on what? Alright, next one. You who serves as a messenger of the gods, bright and pure, remaining composed and dignified. In public, I know about your drinking habits and emotional imbalance because nothing slips my gaze. What the hell are you typing? What? You who serves as a messenger of the gods, bright and pure, remain composed and dignified in public. I know about your drinking habits and emotional imbalance because nothing slips my gaze. What were you talking about? It ain't Reimu. Drinking habits and emotional imbalance. Messenger of the gods, bright and pure, remaining composed and dignified. Is this Aki and Snai? Because it's messenger of the gods would mean shrine maiden, right? So I'm going Aki and Snai. Yukari and Sho. Yeah, fucking right. Yeah, alright. Okay. Yeah. Another one bites the dusto. Streamer, get it together. What are you doing, streamer? Hi. Messenger of the gods. Messenger of the gods. What is a shrine maiden if not a messenger? What is Sho? Sho is an avatar of the god. Woo! Woo! Next one. Sanai doesn't even like Sippy. You know, you're right, but I still think my answer makes more sense than the actual one. Emotional instability? That sounded exactly like Snai. My favorite and second favorite are very close friends that often share drinks. While the second is more easygoing and cheerful, my favorite is more composed and doesn't share much about themselves with others. Both are related to dreams and are quite intelligent, but they have very different ways of thinking. One is more analytical, the other is so fantastic that you would initially think they say nonsense. My second favorite doesn't have a single official artwork of themselves without their headdress. Headdress? Uh-oh. My favorite and second favorite are very close friends that often share drinks. A second is more easygoing and cheerful, and my favorite is more composed, doesn't share much about themselves and others. Both of their dreams are quite intelligent, but they're very different ways of thinking, and one is more analytical, the other is more fantastic. Chikari and Yuyuko, because there's never been art of Yuyuko without her hat on, right? Yukari and Yuyuko. That's my Yukari and Yuyuko. Haha! Haha! Get this music out of my face. Yeah, give me some waterfall. Finally, streamer is swinging. He's batting. Who put that Jun there? Secret Jun. Surprise for later. This is my dumb mouse. Alright. Okay. Next one. The fact that they're already best friends helps. I like that little tip though. I didn't know that. I thought I had to think about it, but yeah. I'm assuming when you say headdress, you mean her little swirly thing that signifies she's a ghost. But honestly, I'm not even sure if there's been art of her without her hat on. Maybe it got destroyed in the fighting game, so some characters have had that, where like their hat gets destroyed. Alright, next one. My favorite character would probably get lectured by them for slacking off so much while working. Not being able to get a word in to defend herself. Afterward, my favorite would offer some traditional sweets as a peace offering, or to just stop the lecture, and they would struggle to resist the offer. Favorite character would get lectured by them for slacking off while working, not being able to get a word in, and then would offer them sweets as a peace offering, or to stop the lecture, and they would struggle to resist the offer. The second one is definitely Kasen. It's probably Reimu, right? Kasen's definitely the second one. Traditional sweets, though. Who would have those? I think it's Reimu Kasen, but Reimu could be someone else. But Kasen, I think, is 100%. Kasen is definitely the second one. Could be Komachi, but I'm locking in with Reimu. Mailing and Kasen. Alright, you know what? That works. That makes sense. That's an interesting one. I've never seen those two together. Now that I think about it, the wording suggests that they've never met before, so I should have thought more outside the box on that one. I like that. I like that. Encompasses them both. Yeah, Kasen has a serious sweet tooth, if you didn't know. So she would be the one, she would definitely be the one to submit to sweets. Aiki wouldn't. Aiki would just look at you like when you say you're bribing her, and then she'll like give you a stink eye and then lecture you on why bribery is bad. You can't escape her. Kasen, on the other hand, she would probably, you know, she would flinch. She would flinch. Next one. My favorite character would probably never see her outside of a few instances, but given how both don't really think too hard, or at all sometimes, I think it could make for a funny chess game. They're both the kind of player to eat the pieces while the other player's not looking. Favorite character would probably never see her outside of a few instances, but given how both don't really think too hard, or at all sometimes, I think it could make for a funny chess game. So one of them's definitely Squishy. Favorite character would probably never see her outside. So second favorite is one who is either not out very often or cannot be perceived, which leads me to believe it's Squishy. Both don't really think too hard or at all sometimes. I think it could make for a funny chess game. Koishi is Senior No Think. My money's on Chirno or Oku. But I feel like Oku would have more opportunity to see Squishy. But at the same time, like, I feel like if Chirno sat down to play chess, she would at least try to think. Whereas Oku just would simply not think. I'm locking in. Oku Koishi. I'm locking in. Oku Koishi. Oku Koishi. Tenshi and Koishi. Tenshi. They don't really think too hard or at all sometimes. What do you mean Tenshi doesn't think? What? What, does she trip and fall? Does she drop her keystone on her head? What do you mean she doesn't think too hard? I mean, she is... she's a brat. I wouldn't call her not thinking, though. She thinks about how great she is. Right? You know? She thinks about how great she is. Alright. Next one, next one, next one. Oh yeah! My character. Who's your character? I'm gonna assume favorite. My favorite character might get along well with them since they have a lot in common and are both important figures in their respective worlds, but are not rivaling for power. It is difficult to gauge who would win in a Danmaku battle. My second seems to have a far greater power level, which is not to say my first isn't very powerful at all as well. The probability of meeting by chance is low since they live in different worlds, but due to my favorite's ability, it would be easy for her to make contact should it benefit her goals. They might even end up conspiring to cause another incident. Ooh. They get along. They probably get along since they have a lot in common and they're important figures in their respective worlds, but they're not rivaling for power. It's difficult to gauge who would win because second favorite is far greater power level, but that doesn't mean the first is necessarily weak. Probability of meeting is by low. Chance by low is low since they live in different worlds, but due to my favorite's ability, it would be easy for her to make contact should it benefit her goals. Easy to make contact. A lot of common. Not rivaling in power. Second has greater power. But first is still plenty powerful. Might even conspire to cause another incident. And an ability that would help her engage with her, come in contact with her easily. Easy to make contact via their ability. It's related to their ability. I have a few ideas brewing in my head. But I'm running through it real quick. I'm running through it. I've narrowed it down to, I think, 3 characters. To like 3 characters. So I'm gonna go on a whim and say, well, not really a whim, but I'm gonna say Miko and Keiki. Miko and Keiki. I was thinking also Hikatia, but I'm gonna go with Miko and Keiki. I'm gonna go with that. Yukari and Shinki. Fucking PC98. PC98. Yukari and Shinki. Yeah, Yukari's ability would make it very easy to come in contact with them. That does make sense. I was thinking Miko's ability to hear desires, or Keiki's ability to create Haniwa, to send one out as a messenger of sorts. So I was off base. Well, actually, no, I wouldn't say I was off base, but I was still wrong. Shinky didn't come to mind at all. Shinky Yukari. Yeah, I wonder about those two. They would definitely be interesting to interact with each other, considering, yeah. But who knows, because Shinky is a character who never stood a chance. Next one. My favorite character would be amazed by their sense of fashion. Is that a good... hold on. They would be surprised to see that there was someone as decorated in frills as them. I think both of them would have a nice conversation over tea, provided that my second favorite doesn't mind the consequences of interacting with / being near my favorite character. That's obviously the certified super cutie herself. My favorite character would be amazed by their sense of fashion. So it's another character full of frills. Both of them would have a nice conversation over tea, provided the second favorite wouldn't mind the consequences. The first favorite's obviously Hina. No doubt in my mind about that, but I need to find somebody else who's covered in frills who wouldn't mind the consequences of interacting. Well, actually, that's irrelevant to it. I just need to think of a character who has frills all over their outfit, like old Hina. I don't. What counts as frills? Who's a frilly motherfucker? Who's got frills all over their outfit? Who's frilly? Oh, not the time for this. Not the time for this music. I'm trying to think really hard here. Frilly. Frilly. Who's got I don't even know. I no longer know how to define frilly clothes. I have no idea. I'm gonna say Alice. I have no fucking idea how to define frilly clothes right now. So, we're just gonna go with that. Hina, Alice. Hina and Iku. God damn it, I forgot about her. I forgot about her. I was not thinking fighting game characters. I completely skipped them. Motherfucker. That makes perfect sense. Damn it. I hate when I skip the fighting game characters. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Number 10. It's so easy to skim past them because there's only one, well, I guess two in this one specific case, in per game. Oh. My favorite character is basically the second's mom, but you'd think it was reversed at first look. Is that Suako and Snai? That's the only thing I could think of for that. Suako and Snai. Yomu and Yuyuko. My favorite is basically the second's mom. Oh, you know what? Yeah. Yeah, that makes sense. That makes sense. That makes sense. Yomu and Yuyuko. What an apt description of their relationship, huh? That's so simple, but when you think about it, yeah. Yeah. Whatever, Mom. Okay. My favorite character would be invited exactly once to this person's extravagant parties for their shared lavish tastes, and proceeded to get banned afterward when they find their savings depleted and their guests robbed. This isn't mine, by the way. My favorite character wouldn't be allowed back into the premises, however, the other party would keep an eye on her because they find her antics amusing and because they heard she's surprisingly good in a brawl. Exactly once to this person's extravagant parties for their shared lavish tastes, proceed to get banned afterwards. Jun and Remy. Jun and Remy. Jun and Remilia. Yep. Not mine, by the way. Not mine. Secret Jun. What? Get out of there. That wasn't mine. Is this gonna be... Okay, hold on. There's a short one. Next one. It's not my entry. Next one. Basically, the first one babysits the second one. The first one babysits the second one. That could be anyone. I'm gonna assume Reimu Clownpiece. Reimu Clownpiece. Reimu Clownpiece. Could be Yuyuko Yomu again. Reimu Sumireko. Okay. Alright, you know what? That's actually kind of correct. The main reason Reimu even bother interacting with Sumireko is because she needs to keep an eye on her because of her antics. So yeah, she's essentially babysitting her. But I thought Clownpiece because Clownpiece is just living under the floorboards. Reimu the babysitter. When I think of babysitter, I think of Marissa and the fairies. But I guess Reimu has interactions with a few fairies, especially the fairies of light. I follow that artist on Twitter who makes those little fairy comics where all his fairies are like they can fit in the palm of your hand like fairies. And the current arc is Reimu is sick. And the fairies are trying their best to help her out. Cheer those wings to make for a good ice pack. Alright, next one. My second favorite character would find my favorite character probably cute and excitable, just like her subordinate. And they could play with 3 bodies together if they wanted to. But good luck figuring out which body to explode if my favorite wanted to. Oh, it's Flandre and Hikatia. It's Flandre and Hikatia. Excitable like her subordinate? Yeah, Clown and Flan have some similarities for sure. 3 bodies is a dead giveaway for Hikatia as well. And exploding? Yeah. Yeah, I got that one. Got that one. Got that one. One more Jun in the correct box. Bauxen. Okay. I won't copy that bracketed because I assume that's just to let me know. So this should be the whole line then, right? Okay. My favorite character's powers wouldn't work on my second favorite. My favorite character's powers wouldn't work on my second favorite. Why would it not work? We need to dissect this. Why would this character's power not work on her? There could be a multitude of reasons, but we need to figure out what the abilities are and who's immune to them. For example, Medicine's ability to manipulate poison would be ineffective against a character who is not, like, technically alive. You know, like Medicine. So that would be a situation where the power does not work. Whose power would be ineffective against the second favorite? We have to think about this. Powers wouldn't work on my second favorite. I'm thinking. Wouldn't work. Hold on. Now, this might be a bit of a stretch on my part, but wouldn't work assume that the power is ineffective, or does it mean it just like because my brain went somewhere a little far-fetched? Fuck it, we're locking in because it makes me feel smart. It makes me feel smart. Flandre Moko. There you go. Flandre Moko. Makes me feel smart. Because Flandre's ability can destroy her, but then she'll just come back. It's Yuyuko and Moko. Ah, close. The idea was Flandre can make Moko go boom, but then Moko just reforms, and it's like, okay. I saw a doujin of that before, actually. That's probably why it came to mind. The idea that Flandre can just go absolutely apeshit on the Immortals because they'll never actually die. So I was thinking, does the power not work because it's ineffective, or does the power not work in a sense that no matter how many times she makes her go kaboom, like she'll always be okay? So, you know. And surprisingly, I got pretty close to that. It did involve an Immortal, but it was Yuyuko's ability to manipulate death, and that does not work on Moko. There we go. Alright, next one. Oh! My favorite character wouldn't be able to tolerate my second favorite's arrogance, especially when she looks down on humans. My second favorite would still present the same pompous attitude towards her, even though my favorite character is of higher status. Getting to know more about each other, they see some similarities, such as the ability to manipulate the earth, of divine status, can be easily bored, and utilizes flames. However, the place they inhabit are opposite. My favorite character would like to forgive their arrogance and to know more about them, as she would not want any more enemies than she already has. Now, the second one's definitely Tenshi. And the first one, a character of higher status utilizes flame. I think it's Futo. Divine status, manipulate the earth, feng shui, maybe. I think it's Futo and Tenshi. Utilizes flames. Keiki and Tenshi. Keiki. Keiki utilizes flames? Oh, wait, yeah, actually, no, that makes perfect sense, because clay, right? You use heat for clay stuff. That makes sense. I didn't even think of that at that moment in time. No, that works. That works. That makes sense. I saw fire, and my brain immediately went to the pint-sized pyromaniac. Don't tell her I said that. But I was right about Tenshi. There we go. There we go. Alright. That was a long-ass tea house. 5 minutes. 5 minutes long that song is. God damn. Nope. Nope. 5 minutes? Sure. Why is stage 2 5 minutes long? What the fuck? Whatever. My favorite character would be able to fulfill the simple desire of eating any kind of food to their heart's content, with the stipulation that it can only occur in a land of fantasy. There is no price tag for their service. Favorite character can fulfill their desire to eat anything to their heart's content, with stipulation that can only occur. There's no price tag. Stormy. Stormy. Dream World. Stipulation only occurs in the land of fantasy. It's Dream World related. So, the simple desire of eating any kind of food. It's Doremi and Yuma. Doremi and Yuma. Give me that correcto mungo. If you say Rumia, I will slap you. Doremi and Shion. Oh. That, yeah. I guess. Yeah. That just kind of makes me feel bad. Fulfill the simple desire of eating any kind of food to their heart's content. Well, I had a 50-50 on that one. I got number 1 right, though. Okay. Shion. Shion does work in this situation. She does. But I was thinking gluttonous, not starving. Now I just feel bad. I just feel bad for Shion now, dude. Alright. Next one. My favorite character would likely enjoy getting to spend time with someone they deem as having a similar interest in all things spooky. Given how frequently my favorite character seems to wander from place to place, they may not interact as often, but they'd like to try to make a friendship work in spite of the issues with my second favorite's personality. I think this is Kogasa and Koishi. Or, well, I guess Koishi Kogasa. Skoishi, it's Kogasa. It's Kogasa and Banki. Okay. Okay. Wanders from place to place. Who's wandering? Bonky? Kogasa. Kogasa doesn't really wander. She just hangs out in the human village in the graveyard. She hangs out in places that are spooky. My favorite could easily be outsmarted by them and would get confused talking to them. They both have instruments that produce heat, although my favorite can produce significantly more. Also, they both live in places that humans don't usually go to. Oh, that's Oku and Marissa, right? That's Oku and Marissa. Correct. Correct, correct, correct. Correct, correct, correct. Correct, 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 correct. Nice and simple. Nice and straightforward. Nice and straightforward. Next one. The conversation... Well, probably... Conversation between the characters would be pretty polite. They would probably talk about their servants. First character would probably pay a certain amount of attention to second character's breasts. Was this Remy and Yuyuko? Remy and Yuyuko? There's some fan and breast envy. Patchy and Yuyuko. What? Are we looking at the same fan art, my guy? Just saying. Just saying. What do you mean, huh? What do you mean? What are you talking about? When you're talking about characters who universally have certain breast size, especially in fan art, you think of Remilia. Motherfucker, you don't think of Patchouli. No, you don't think of Patchouli at all. Patch is one of those characters who has a very large range of size, you know? Remilia is not. What the fuck? Wait, did I was right about Yuyuko, right? I think I was right about Yuyuko. crazy. Crazy. The doctor is in. If my favorite would visit the place where they live for some weird reason, I guess, my favorite character would probably be in awe of how fancy and clean it is, while they would simply say it is their job. And I'm sure my favorite character would... That's not a word. What is that word, chat? Does anyone know what that word is? Reuner? What is that word? Is that a word? Is that a real word? What does that mean? My favorite would visit the place where they live. If my favorite would visit the place where they live, my favorite would probably be in awe of how fancy and clean it is, whilst they would simply say it is their job. And I'm sure my favorite would... What is that word? Okay, but what is the word supposed to be? What does the word mean? What is the word? Nope. Can't play that. Might get claimed. Can't play that. Might get claimed. Okay. Alright. Spanish word for reunite. Reunite, set anything on fire does not make any sense. But I'm gonna assume it's Sakuya or Futo and Sakuya. Futo and Sakuya, but there's definitely some word going on here that's confusing me, but I don't think that word's actually important. Moko and Sakuya. Okay, maybe the word did matter. I'm sure my favorite character would reunir set anything on fire there. What does that word mean? Does that mean they're going to or not going to? I assume not going to because Moko wouldn't do that. But if it was are going to set on fire, it changes the answer. Alright, it actually changes the answer based on whether or not they do that or not. Well, that's annoying. I just don't know what this word's supposed to be. I have no idea what this word was meant to be and why it's that word, because it's clearly not like... I have no clue. I have no clue. But that word actually ended up making a difference. That's the craziest part. It made such a difference. Okay, next one. My second favorite character is constantly wandering around looking for lifeblood. So if they were to meet my favorite character, they would have an infinite source of food and too much health regeneration, though my favorite may set them on fire. I don't really know. Huh? Lifeblood? Reunir! What does reunir mean? My second favorite character is constantly wandering around looking for lifeblood, so if they were to meet my favorite character, they have an infinite source of food and too much health regen, though my favorite may set them on fire. I don't really know. So a character looking for lifeblood. What do you mean, what is lifeblood? Sustenance? Too much health regeneration. Though my favorite may set them on fire. I don't really know. Somebody who would eat them. Constantly wandering around looking for lifeblood. Who's walking around eating people? There's only one character I can think of who goes around eating people in this day and age. Might be Ruma. And infinite means immortal and fire means Moko. So I'm gonna say Ruma and Moko. Well, I guess Moko Ruma, because second favorite character is wandering. Yoshika? Is she doing that? Oh, I guess health regeneration makes sense, because that's actually what she does in the game. That stupid idiot recovers HP when she consumes. I forgot about that. She actually has health regen as a gimmick. Which, by the way, garbage gimmick. I got number 1 correct. Moko was good. Got Moko. I should have been more keen on the wording with health regeneration. I read it and I just glossed over it. And I assume Ruma. Streamer biases came out. I thought of Yoshika for a moment, but I was like, I know she's a zombie, but she's not walking around eating people, right? Well, guess I was wrong. Next one. She has known her for over 1,000 years at least, and she's seemingly one of the few people who can understand and keep up with her train of thought. Oh, that's Yuko and Yukari, right? That seems pretty simple. Yuko, Yukari. Those two have been friends forever. And their conversations are so deep that Yomu doesn't understand them. They don't interact very often in canon anymore. Yep. As expected. They're a popular pairing. They're quite a popular pairing. They just don't do much together nowadays because Yuko doesn't show up much. And Yukari shows up infrequently anyway. But yeah, they are... Those two are probably up there in like top 3, top 5, like most popular pairings. Those two characters. Yukari knew Yuko before she died. Which is... That's interesting to think about. When you know the story of Yuko. But I guess at that point in time... My mouse fucking highlight this, please. Thank you. Okay. Next one. My favorite character would relate a lot to them, and they both would probably get together to talk about their jobs or to spar. My favorite character would also probably get housekeeping lessons from them. They get together to talk about their jobs or to spar. My favorite character would also probably get housekeeping lessons from them. Now, I think, okay. I think this is Yomu. Or sorry, Mei-Ling and Yomu. And the reason for that is because Reisen and Sakuya don't strike me as the kind to look for sparring matches, but Yomu and Mei-Ling does. And Yomu is definitely a better servant for housekeeping than Mei-Ling, whereas offering tips to Sakuya is like, yeah, it's not gonna matter. So that's what I'm assuming that. Mei-Ling and Yomu. Yomu Sakuya. To spar though? I got the order wrong. To spar? Really? I don't know. I don't think Sakuya or definitely not Reisen are the type for that, but Mei-Ling is definitely the type I would expect to get together for that kind of thing. But also, I can definitely imagine Sakuya giving Yomu housekeeping tips. But I could also imagine Yomu giving Mei-Ling housekeeping tips. But they both have, I don't know. I don't know. My train of thought wasn't wrong. It was just off. Oh. Hold on, chat. When I think of sparring matches, I think of characters that are hot-blooded and like fighting. Mei-Ling is a martial artist, so she would like that kind of thing. Sakuya is not a character I think of who would be immediately when I think of character who'd be interested in practice matches and stuff like that, because it's not really, you know, she just acts in the interest of her lady. That's all. Whereas Yomu is practitioner of sword. Did I get this? Okay, I got it. My favorite character would not really be able to evenly match them, but would try again and again regardless. They're both known for their egos and sometimes play around like children. At first it seems like a strange pairing, but they would probably end up interacting with each other sooner or later. Oh. Would not be able to evenly match them, but they would try again and again. They're both known for their egos and sometimes play around like children. It seemed like a strange pair, and they'd probably end up interacting with each other sooner rather than later. Their egos. I'm assuming this is Chirno and Flandre. That's my guess here. Chirno and Flandre. That's a pretty popular one. They live close by. They fulfilled it. Yeah, okay, I was right. Chirno and Flandre. They live close by to each other. They both fill the criteria of having egos. Chirno would be too stubborn to ever give up, but she would be able to continue trying over and over again. I think of the M1 skit when I think of those two. This one. This one. Hold on, let me get that music. No. That's fine. Alright, this one. My second favorite character will be very excited to play with everything my first favorite character has on them. Even if it may cost her a hefty price, she wouldn't mind it for the fun. Second favorite would be very excited to play with everything the first favorite has on them, even if it may cost her a hefty price. She wouldn't mind it for the fun. Play with everything my favorite has on them, even if it may cost her a hefty price. She wouldn't mind it for the fun. For the fun. Everything on them would assume they carry a lot of stuff on their persons, and if it's costly, would have to be something they wanted. I'm gonna assume the answer here is Nitori Sanai. That's my answer. Nitori Sanai, because Sanai seems like the type to be interested in those types of gizmos. Nitori would be the type to actually have them on hand. Nikkei and Koishi. What? Play with everything favorite character has on them. What does Mike have on her? What? You mean like the cards? You mean like the cards? Or you mean like the big gold coin? Cost her a hefty price, but you can only buy one card. That was the rule. The rule was you could only exchange money for one card. You couldn't buy more than one. Huh? What? Huh? Next one. My favorite character would probably become friends with them thanks to their shared hobby in being annoying and causing chaos. However, they could easily endanger my favorite's home due to their history of causing fires. They also probably pose a threat to my favorite's underlings for the same reason, so any friendship between them would most likely be short-lived. Shared hobby in being annoying and causing chaos. However, they can easily endanger my favorite's home due to their history of causing fires. They also probably pose a threat to my favorite's underlings for the same reason, so any friendship between them would likely be short-lived. Now this one's gotta be Futo, right? This one 100% has to be Futo. Their hobby of being annoying and causing chaos. Or could also be Clown Piece, actually. Pose a threat to my favorite's underlings for the same reason. Alright. We're going cracked mode. Clown Piece and Tay. Clown Piece and Tay, that's what I'm going with. Now, if it's actually like Futo, I'm gonna be mad. But Clown Piece causes chaos. Tay and Clown Piece. Streamer does it. Streamer does it. Causing chaos isn't really Futo's MO, but starting fires is. However, Clown Piece has a history of almost setting things on. She set things on fire too. Ho, ho, ho. Alright, next one. We're moving on. But first, a word from my piss break. Be right back. Cool bug fact. Oriental Darkflight kinda sucks. Now, this theme though? Ooh. Ooh. That's the good stuff. Alright, next one. Even though these two share a close acquaintance, they don't get along much. They have both been playable in the same official game on multiple occasions. Even though these two share a close acquaintance, they don't get along much. They have both been playable in the same official game on multiple occasions. thinking. I'm thinking. I'm thinking. I'm thinking. Wait, I got it. Wait, I got it. It's the song, chat. It's the song. Yukari and Yomu. Yukari and Yomu. Although I don't know if close acquaintance is the correct thing to say for Yuyuko and Yomu, but Suika and Yuyuko. Ah, yeah. Yeah, that makes sense. That makes sense. Suika and Yuyuko. They both know. They both knew Yukari. I think Suika knew Yukari before Yukari actually had her name. Because Yukari is a name that was that she gave herself after some point. There seems to be an implication that Suika knew her before that. Neat. I forgot Suika. I wasn't thinking about her. I was thinking about how Yomu never really interacts with Yukari, despite Yuyuko and Yukari being buddies. Very, like, obviously Yomu would treat her with respect, though, because it's like, you know, master and servant kind of deal. Master's friend, so I guess I had to think about it from an equal standing point. But my brain kept getting stuck on the later fighting games, but I couldn't figure it out. I couldn't figure it out. Don't mind my brain. It's doing its best. My favorite character wouldn't give her money outright when being asked for it, but my favorite character would give her some in a way that she wouldn't notice it was them, as to avoid being possessed by her ability. Is that so? My favorite character wouldn't give her money outright when being asked for it, but my favorite character would give her some in a way that she wouldn't notice it was them, as to avoid being possessed by her ability. Who would do it? Who's that nice? Who is that nice? I need to think of the nicest, best, greatest characters ever. Who would do that? I can think of a few squeak balls, squeezy toys, looking ass characters. They'd have to be smart enough to know how to give it to her without letting her know. But they're good-natured enough that they would do it. Oh, is it Jun and Byakuren? Is it Jun and Byakuren? Well, I guess Byakuren and Jun. It's Miko and Shion. Did I really get that backwards? Miko and Shion. Huh. Well, okay. I got it backwards. Byakuren would be kind-hearted enough to give Jun money, even if Jun doesn't deserve it. That's just who she is. That's where my head was. Headspace case. Headspace. You know what? I think my answer meets the criteria perfectly fine. So even though I was wrong, when you look at the characters that were correct, it's almost, you know, it's like the exact, like literally just the other side of the coin, you know? Miko Shion is the other side of the coin for Byakuren and Jun. God damn it. Next one. Number 1 would first meet her with the help of a third party, and number 2 would be opposed to this meeting at first due to number 1's ability appearing villainous to her. But deep down, she knows that her own worldview is too narrow-minded, and that this meeting could potentially change her forever. Number 1 can only smile warmly at her. All she needs is a warm home and someone to embrace, is what she thought. Number 1's ability appearing villainous to her, but deep down she knows that her own worldview is too narrow-minded and that this meeting could potentially change her forever. All she needs is a warm home and someone to embrace. Is this Byakuren and Parsi? That's my guess. Byakuren and Parsi. Or maybe it's Shion again. Wouldn't be the first time Parsi was an option there. Alice and Medicine. Ah, that's correct. That's correct. That makes sense. That does make sense. I didn't think of those two though. Because Medicine does not like humans because of the way they treat dolls. And Alice's ability to manipulate dolls, Medicine would definitely see that as a negative on first impression. That makes sense. I like that one. Chat, has anyone been keeping track of the answers by the chance? Like which ones have which characters have popped up for number 1 and which characters have popped up for number 2? I feel like that'd be a cool infograph to see. To see which ones show up and how many times they show up. Because this is like the 4th or 5th time Medicine has shown up, and I'm genuinely impressed by that because I'm pretty sure like Suiko hasn't shown up yet. And Aiden, I don't think Aiden has shown up, has she? I can't remember exactly, but it would have been cool to keep track just to kind of see what the answers, you know, gauge it like that. It wouldn't really do anything other than just for simply to see it, but it would have been neat. Because there's definitely some characters who haven't shown up yet, but there's also some characters who've shown up that have been like, huh. Oops. Too close. That showed us too close. But I'm not fixing it. Alright. Stuff like this automatically create a pie chart. You could just control control F. Is there a way to sort the sheet so you can like see the most used of a certain word or something like that? I'm not really sure. I can't look at the sheet myself because then I can see all the answers. But if there's a way to convert the sheet into, into like the answers, it'd be cool to see which ones were the most popular for number 1 and number 2. There's also, there's misspellings and shit. That's a thing too, right? You'd have to like manually count them by hand, and no one's got time for that. No one has got time for that. Alright. Next one. Number 2's sister is the only real thread tying these two together. If they met, she would most likely be the only topic. They're both reclusive in their own ways and hard to get a read on, so I don't think their conversation will be long. Number 1's ability could probably remedy number 2's ailment. Number 2's sister is the only real thread tying these two together. If they were to meet, they would likely... She would be the most likely topic. They're both reclusive in their own ways and hard to get a read on, but I don't think their conversation would be long. Number 1's ability could probably remedy number 2's ailment. What is number 2's ailment, though? Number 1's ability could remedy number 2's ailment. There's not a lot of characters with siblings in this series, so you think that would help narrow it down, but... I don't know. Remedy number 2's ailment. I don't know what that means exactly. That's the problem I'm having. What is their ailment exactly? What is their ailment? Number 2's ailment. So number 2 is the one with the sister. Number 2 is the one with the sister, and when you look at all the characters... The 2 sisters, the only real thread tying these two together. I have no idea. I have no idea, because I don't know what remedying the ailment means. I'm trying to think of... I don't know. It's taking too long, though. I gotta move on. Just hit me with... let's give you a curveball. Let's give you a curveball. Let's go with number 2. Number 2, Jun. Number 1, Tenshi. There you go. I can't... I have no idea. There's only so many it could be, but I can't figure out what that last line means. Yukari and Koishi. Number 1's ability could remedy number 2's ailment. What does that mean? Number 2's sister is the only real thread tying these two together. If they would meet, she would most likely be the only topic. So if Yukari met Koishi, they would only talk about Satori? What? I don't know. No, I don't know. I don't get it. I don't get it. Sorry. I don't watch Rick and Morty. Alright, next one. My favorite character would probably take a liking from? You mean to, right? What? Oh no. Oh no. Oh no, 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 no. Let's not fuck up the first sentence. My favorite character would probably take a liking from my second favorite character, as the latter is best friends with another character who is at their core similar to my favorite. On the other hand, my second favorite character's loud and bratty personality may cause my favorite character to find them to be a living nightmare to be around. Not that they can do anything about that, as my second favorite's very being likely counters my favorite's ability, which usually renders them solitary. Is this, okay, I think this is related to Tenshi and Shion. Favorite character would take a liking from my second favorite character. 2. As the latter is best friends with another character who's at their core similar to my favorite. Second favorite's loud and bratty personality may cause my favorite to find them to be a living nightmare to be around. They can do anything. My second favorite, very being likely counters my favorite's ability, which usually renders them solitary. Counters their ability. At their core, they're similar. Best friends with another character who's at their core very similar. I feel like Jun Tenshi's not correct though. But we know that Tenshi's ability counters Shion's ability. Like her astronomical luck just offsets Shion's negative luck. Which usually renders them solitary. An ability that renders one alone. Things that keep people away, push people away. May cause my favorite to finally be a living nightmare to be around. Not that they can do anything about that, though, as second favorite's very being likely counters the favorite's ability. And I don't think Jun and Tenshi is the answer here, but fuck it, we'll just plug it. Jun Tenshi. We'll just plug it. I don't know. We're just gonna plug that. I can't think of anything else. Hina and Tenshi. I guess that makes sense. Considering Hina's abilities are similar to Tenshi's. Or, Shion's. Hina's, probably take a liking to Tenshi. So latter's best friend's another character who's... Okay, yeah, that makes sense. Yeah, it makes sense. It makes sense. All three of them are pestilence related, you know? Well, poverty god, pestilence god, you know, whatever. Whatever. Wait, I was right about Tenshi. Remove that Jun. Put that Jun in the correct box. You bet double spark is IAS. Hang on, chat. Are you saying I am still inexperienced? She slashed the moon! The moon's gone! Pascal moon slash. Alright. Next one, next one, next one, next one, next one. My favorite character would be amused by their liking to do genocides and how much they sleeps. What? They both know Rainbow for a very long time and kind of look down on her. Sleepy and genocide. Well, one of those is pretty obviously Yuka. They both know Rainbow for a very long time. Well, it's Yuka and Mima, right? Like, it's just Yuka and Mima. They know Rainbow for a very long time. That's probably an era before Windows. And I can't think of any other character who enjoys pain and suffering of others than old Mima herself. Mima and Yuka. Wow. My favorite. My favorite. My favorite. Keep it going, keep it going. Maybe forced to sound the horn of a certain pedal-powered vehicle if she gets in her way. Well, let's lead to a punctured tire after all the things she cannot cut are next to none. That's Chet and Yomu. That's Chet and Yomu. I like that one. Yeah, Chet and Yomu. It made me giggle. Shen and Yomu. Kinda makes you wonder what about these characters people like so much, you know? Like, the whole point of this is to describe them in a way of interacting with another. Which is good, I like that. But it makes me think, why? Why is your favorite Chen? Why is your favorite Yomu? Why is your favorite Shizuha? Why is your favorite Skoishi? Why are these your favorite characters, you know? I'm asking the who, but I'm not asking the why right now. I don't plan on asking the why, really, but it just makes you think. We don't really get to see or hear why somebody likes these characters. Or hear, yeah, we don't get to hear why they like the characters. We just get to see that they like them. So we just kind of take it as is, you know? Oh, man. Still waiting for the next one, by the way. I would like to think that my second favorite character might try their best to befriend my favorite character. However, my favorite character would do their best to push them away despite appreciating their intentions. Someone who wants to be a friend and someone who doesn't want friends, but appreciates their intentions to be their friend. I think favorite character Moko. Someone who would want to be friends with Moko. Kyoko. Easily. Moko Kyoko. Lock it in. Can you imagine? You know, that's a cute little story. Hina and Orin. Hina and Orin. Would Hina push her away? I have no idea. Hina doesn't seem to mind that people avoid her despite everything. Would Orin approach her? I was just thinking of the idea of Kyoko running up to Moko and saying befriend, and then Moko walking away, but Kyoko coming back every single day and getting lost in the forest over and over and over again until Moko is her friend. That's what I thought of. That made me smile inside. Hina and Orin is fine too, but I don't know, I ended up liking my own story more with Moko and Kyoko. Their names even sound similar. Are we friends yet? No. She shows up every single chapter in some new stupid way. She just wants to be Moko's friend because Moko helped her out once and now she wants to return the favor. But Moko won't accept it. But Kyoko keeps trying because Kyoko's stubborn. Alright. Next one. Okay. Number 1 desires power. Number 2 can provide it and more with the assurance of number 1 as an ally, but number 1 knows the cost of using such cursed magic and thwarts number 2's plans. A magician who desires power, and a character who can provide it and more with the assurance of number 1 as an ally. Number 1 knows the cost of such cursed magic and thwarts number 2's plans. Uh-oh. This is definitely a reference to a conversation between 2 characters, but I'm afraid I don't know what it is. I'm gonna guess Marissa and Sega, only because I feel like I'm missing something. Oh, it could be Okina as well, but too late, I've locked in. Marissa Sega. It might be Marissa Okina. Because it's definitely based on a conversation that these characters had, so. But I have no idea. I have no idea. Marissa and Shimmy. Ah. Oh yeah, right. No, that makes sense. Because that is exactly the kind of thing that Sukuna would ask of Marissa to use the Miracle Mallet on her. The assurance of her being an ally. But number 1 knows the... Okay. No, that makes sense. That makes sense. It was based on a character interaction that I wasn't familiar with. Because I don't play as Marissa in, like, any game. I don't play as Marissa in, like, any game. But I knew number 1 was definitely Marissa. Marissa set out to become as powerful as a human can. She's pushing the limitations of her humanity. But she's not, you know, she's not succumbing. Mage Sweeper. I like this minigame, even though the in-game tutorial even tells you, yeah, the timing on this is weird. Get used to it. I got used to it pretty fast. My favorite character would certainly look down on the second, thinking them bratty, childish, and ill-suited for their position, and would likely have more fun disciplining them or hitting them with a big wooden stick. See CDS instead. What? The second favorite would certainly find the first bit a bit too square to be much fun. Despite this, I think if they were forced to spend time together, they'd have more common ground than they'd be willing to admit. Favorite character would certainly look down on the second, thinking them bratty, childish, and ill-suited for their position. Likely have more fun disciplining. The only character I can think of who gets hit with a big wooden stick. The second favorite would certainly find the first a bit too square to be much fun. Despite this, they're forced to spend some time together. It's probably Eiki and Tenshi, right? I have to assume it's Eiki and Tenshi because I can't think of a single other character who you could describe as hitting someone with a big wooden stick. And also, Tenshi's position is one that was her position is one that was not earned, so she's definitely a character that fits there. Ichiden and Tenshi. Oh. I'm assuming Ichiden did this to somebody in CDS. She hit somebody with a wooden stick. Ichiden and Tenshi. Ichiden number 1. Yeah, that's a first. She did do that, huh? Okay, yeah, I don't keep up on per chapter basis for the written works. So I'm not familiar with much. I've only read CDS up to the first appearance of Mimaguchi. And that's kind of it for that. And I haven't read since. And Lotus Eaters I kind of put down because it was boring the shit out of me and it wasn't really going anywhere. So I figured I'd just wait until it's done and then binge it like that. And then be done with it. Hoping that it ends in a way that's like worth actually reading the whole thing with. Because right now, I'm not really interested in it at all. Alright. Next one. Next one. That is say if. I just didn't copy the I because I missed it. Okay. Next one. If character 2 is doing some thievery, she would want to not interact with character 1. However, that is probably not to be much of a hindrance because Danmaku isn't character 1's strong suit. That could be. There's two characters I can think of. That's either Renosuke or Kozusu. And character 2 is obviously Marissa. I'm gonna go with Renosuke. I'm gonna go with Renosuke, Marissa. Could be Kozusu as well, but I think it's Renosuke. Ba ba boom. Mailing and Marissa. That's not what I thought of when I thought of characters who Danmaku isn't their strong suit. That is 1000% not who I thought of. Not her strong suit, I guess, but Renosuke literally cannot do Danmaku. And obviously she wouldn't want to be caught stealing from him because it would affect their relationship. Is Marissa ever even caught by Mailing? I guess not, huh? Because, like, Mailing guards the front entrance of a building with a gate that Marissa can just fly over the back and not get caught. Like, a gatekeeper seems kind of pointless when everybody can fly, huh? Can you really blame her for not being able to stop Marissa? She just flies into the back door. It's like, what? You want me to guard the front door and the back door at the same time? That's an unreasonable request. Who the hell uses the front door in Gensokyo? The whole thing about Gensokyo is there's no common sense. So obviously I'm gonna enter through the fucking back door. So put a gatekeeper on the back door. There you go. Now you'll never have to deal with the thieving rat ever again. Alright, next one. Basically, imagine that one dude we all know who got into crypto early, used to peddle an increasingly concerning amount of people into scams to make insane money. Now picture if someone was really, really mad they didn't think of this first, and is set on ruining person number 1. What? What? Oh god, the castle. One dude who we all know who got into crypto early used to peddle an increasingly concerning amount of people into scams to make insane money. Now picture if someone was really, really mad they didn't think of this first and is now set on ruining person number 1. So the idea is this is somebody who has scammed a lot of people, and number 2 here is just angry that they didn't think of it first, and they're now plotting the downfall of number 1. I cannot fucking wait to see who the answer to this one is. This might be Megamu / Tsukasa, one of those two. And number 2 is someone who's really, really mad they didn't think of it first and is now set on ruining person number 1. I'm gonna go with Tsukasa and Tei. That's what I'm gonna go with. I'm curious to the answer to this one for sure though, because this is a wild ride. Tsukasa and Tei. That's immoral. Takane and Notori. Oh, yeah. Yeah, I can see that. I can see that. Yeah, because the 18.5, the whole black market shit was Takane's fault, right? The Yamawara were doing it, and or no, was it? Or was it? No. Wait a minute, wasn't... Who the fuck did that again? I can't remember the plot of 18.5. I know there was a black market card that threw it out of whack. And you meet Notori. Yeah, 18.5, that was Takane at the end. Okay. They both showed up. Takane continued it, and the Kappa were like, the fuck. Alright, I got it. No more of this castle. I'm tired of this castle. I hate this castle. I don't hate this. I don't hate this at all. In fact, it's one of my favorite shots from that game. It's a beautiful shot. Too bad Merlin never wants to do it because she's got Hina Phantasm! You stupid bastard! Do the combo shot! Stop with the Merupo! My favorite character would probably be disappointed she's not able to get a reaction out of my second favorite character, out of my second favorite's creations. My second favorite would probably compare her creations to my first favorite and be glad they're not nearly as rowdy or unpredictable. Pretty sure it's Alice again for second favorite. Well, not Medicine, because I don't think Medicine is rowdy or unpredictable. A character who'll be disappointed she's not able to get a reaction out of my second favorite's creations. I'm locking in. Kogasa Alice. Kogasa Alice. Let's go. Although, probably not correct, but I will give it a shot. Kogasa Alice. Ay, oh, ay, oh, ay. Ay, oh, ay, oh, ay, oh, ay, oh. Dreaming. Don't give it up. By the way, chat, I don't know if you know, but Pokemon is over. Specifically, Ash. Ash is over. I watched the last episode when I woke up today, and let me just tell ya, what a fucking waste of time that was. But what can you do, right? What can you do? They ended it with the most boring, bland, like, generic garbage. And they ended it, they had the gall to end it like, Ash sets out on a new journey. Motherfucker, he's done. You've already told us he's done. He's not coming back. Why the fuck are you playing him out like that, like you do every other season when he finishes a region? We know he's not coming back. Yet you're playing this card again? Team Rocket gets no closure. They literally just show up, they lose, they get blasted off, and they're like, yeah, we're gonna keep following Ash around forever. Like, where's my closure, man? 25 fucking years of this, and we're just ending it, we're ending it with, run, a new adventure awaits. And Team Rocket's gonna be there too, and it's like, no, it's over. There is no more Ash. Ash is done. His story is concluded. It's so stupid, dude. Alright, what am I doing? Well, based on their personalities, character 1 favorite would probably surprisingly get along with character 2 second favorite, despite what they seem. I think that character 2 would love giving character 1 lots of information about their interests. I'll be back in 3 years if the new characters flop. Maybe. I just wanted some closure, man. 25 fucking years, and the way they end him out is if the way they play every single season end. A new adventure awaits. No, it doesn't. You've already told us it doesn't. Don't pull that bullshit. There was no reason for that episode to even exist. It was literally just the most, like, stock episode of the week stuff, all bunched into one thing. Gary shows up, and he's like, hey, Ash, you're a champion now, but are you really a Pokemon master? And Ash is like, no, I'm not. And then he sets out, and now, you know what? That's it. He's never coming back anyway. He's never coming back. But that's how they ended his story. Inconclusive. Keep chasing your dreams, buddy. Into that void we call the end of your run. Okay, so I read this, but I have nothing to go off of. Based on their personalities, they would probably get along well with each other, despite what they seem. I think that character 2 would love giving character 1 lots of information about their interests. Highly enthusiastic, similar personalities. I'm thinking. Just give me a second, alright? Stand back. I'm thinking. I got nothing. So let us throw it to the wolves. My answer. On and Kyoko. There you go. There's my answer. Both dogs. What else is there to go off of, really? I don't know. I can't think of any characters. Hitate and Sanai. Character 2 would love giving character 1 lots of information about their interests. Yeah, Sanai seems like the kind of girl who would lore dump the entirety of Gundam on somebody. I liked my answer better. Nah, it's fine. Hitate number 1. See, this is exactly the kind of situation where I'd want to ask why. Because why? Why is Hitate number 1? That's my question. Sanai is a popular pick, for sure. But Hitate, that's unexpected. So I'd want to know why. What about that character captivated you so much that you consider your favorite? What makes you think the way you do? You can't explain it to me in this readme. Checker pattern in Twin Tails? I don't know, man. I feel like you wouldn't say your favorite character in the entire series was because you liked the design on their skirt. I feel like there's gotta be a little more to that than that. However, Twin Tails, hairstyle is usually an aspect, but it's about the whole package, you know? Not one core factor, especially something as extremely superficial as the pattern on their clothing. That just becomes extra. Where was I? I got it. My favorite character would be curious about the nature of my second favorite if they were to interact. But outside of that, wouldn't be able to think about it or remember anything. However, my favorite does hear stories from human children about my second favorite. Kane and Koishi. 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 Well, when it comes to new characters, Kozuzu and Koishi. Okay. Right, I forgot. The popular the popular Human Village character. Poor Kane. She's there. She's there, but she's there. Human children made me immediately think of teacher. And yeah, so, like, when it comes to newer characters, you only have physical appearance to go off of. That's definitely a thing. People like characters for their physical appearance all the time. But I feel like clothing isn't necessarily a part of that, because clothing is something that can be swapped around. And I know it's not just me when I say this, chat, but when I like a character, I like seeing them in different outfits. I like their default clothing, but when I like a character, I like seeing them dressed up in other clothes as well. And also with different hairstyles. But that's after I get used to the character's initial design. It's about it's a first impression kind of thingy, you know? It's a first impression kind of thingy. The physical appearance is the immediate first impression, and if the design is positive in your eyes, you become more interested in learning about them. And then once you've solidified them in your mind as a character you like, you can change their outfits around, change their hairstyle, and suddenly you have pictures of Jun with her hair down, and pictures of Jun in Reimu's clothes, and you're like, this is great. You know what I mean? I was just using an example of my character, of course, but you know what I mean. Different hairstyles and different clothing. Stuff like that. So it would feel weird to me if you like the character based solely on their clothing. Because then you'd just be like, oh, if the character's not wearing like their one outfit, then I don't like, it's not good, you know? Now, I mean, I say that as someone who's like more of a fan of Raisin's blazer than her other outfit. I'm not saying I dislike the other outfit, but I think the blazer is so much cooler because it's a blazer. But the point is, you can put Raisin in all kinds of different outfits, but it's still Raisin, you know? The character has to wear the outfit can't be wearing the character. That's the important part. Ugh. Preferences are preferences, but they're not deal breakers, you know what I mean? There are certain things that I like about characters that definitely make me like them a little more as a result, but it's not like I can't like a character who has a different, you know, doesn't really adhere to those superficial preferences. That's all. Chat, did I mark that one, by the way? Does anyone remember if I marked that one? I think I did. I'm like 99% sure I did. Alright. Where am I? My favorite character would respect her dedication and effort to her work. She probably wouldn't agree with her standoffish nature or people who she isn't close to, and would try to get her to open up more to humans and yokai alike. She may also have trouble getting through to her due to her differing beliefs. My favorite character would respect her dedication and effort to her work. She probably wouldn't agree with her standoffish nature, people who she isn't close to, and would try to get her to open up more to humans and yokai alike. She may also have trouble getting through to her due to their differing beliefs. Her standoffish nature towards people who she isn't close to, and would try to get her to open up more to humans and yokai alike. She may also have trouble getting through to her due to their differing beliefs. Huh. I think this is Sho and Miko. I'm gonna go with that one. Sho and Miko. Lock it in. Lock it in. These are characters that haven't interacted. Sho and Sakuya. Damn. Damn. But that does match. Standoffish nature to people who she's close to. Yeah, Sakuya doesn't get along well with other humans. She's getting better at it though. Their differing beliefs. Because this is the way it's worded. These characters haven't interacted. Byakuten has interacted with Miko. Sho has never interacted with Miko. Differing beliefs make me think of religion. And the idea that Sho could respect Miko's dedication to her craft, but also would like her to, you know, be more open. But I don't really know if I consider Miko standoffish, but I think she does assume that she's better than the common man, because she is the prince. Prince Shotoku. Crown Prince. All right, what number are we at, by the way? We're approaching. We're at 2.5 hours. We're at 2.5 hours. What number are we on? 126. So we've gone through about 50 of them, huh? Okay. Well, what did we have? We did 70 last time, right? So let's get to 140, I suppose. Next, the two would rarely interact due to their limited time that my favorite character would be available. In most situations, my favorite character would be likely to find my second favorite obnoxious/annoying and avoid coming into contact. The two would rarely interact due to the limited time that my favorite character would be available. In most situations, my favorite would most likely find my second favorite obnoxious and annoying and avoid coming into contact. Limited time that my favorite character would be available. Okay, I think the key to this one is in that sentence. Available how exactly? What about their time is limited in their availability? Is it just that they don't have a lot of free time? Or is it like they can only... Wait. Obnoxious and annoying. And I think number one's Sumireko. I'm only basing it off the fact that limited time referred to a timer of some sort on a character being allowed to be around, and that's the only one I can think of. Is Sumireko is only in Gensoki when she's asleep. However, the second one is too broad. Favorite obnoxious/annoying and avoid coming into contact. Obnoxious and annoying and avoid coming into contact. Yeah, that's just too broad. I have no idea. I have no idea who that could be. If I had to just pick, give me Tenchi. Wait, Sumireko and Tenchi have never interacted, have they? Maybe. Let's go Sumireko Tenchi. Letty and Mistia. Okay, that Letty does fit the limited time thing. But Mistia, I don't know, man. That's just there was not enough there. There was definitely not enough there for Mistia. Obnoxious/annoying and avoid coming into contact. I just don't think there was enough there to work with. But Letty does match the criteria of limited time quite nicely. I was wrong on both regards. There we go. Next one. Here we go. Buckle up. Ah, there it is. I couldn't remember what I was missing. They would start bragging to my favorite character about how amazing they are and all the abilities they have, but chances are my favorite character would either misunderstand something or see it as a provocation to start a fight. It could also go the other way around, since my favorite character tends to jokingly insult people and they wouldn't take that well at all. But both of them enjoy fighting, albeit for different reasons, so they would have a good time and they'd agree to have a rematch when they meet again. Uh-oh. The problem is, when you call a Touhou character obnoxious and annoying and one to be avoided, there is definitely a finite list of characters that applies to, but it is a list nonetheless. Oh no, my speakers! They're being blasted! They would start bragging to my favorite character about how amazing they are and all the abilities they have, but chances are my favorite character would either misunderstand or see it as provocation to start a fight. It would also go the other way around, since my favorite character tends to jokingly insult people and they wouldn't take that well at all. Both of them enjoy fighting, albeit for different reasons, so they would have a good time and then agree to have a rematch when they meet again. Jokingly insult people. But they both enjoy fighting. Oh, it's my favorite Busy Person song. The menu theme for EOSD Extra, Scarlet Debris. I don't understand why a game like Busy Person has such phenomenal music like this, but it does. When you know the content of that game and then you listen to the music, you're like, this is not the same thing, right? I'm just gonna guess here, chat, Tenshi and Suika. Because those two I can think of are the kind that would fit this criteria, but I'm not really sure. I can't dig out any specifics to pinpoint it, so it's a bit too broad for me to brainstorm it. Momoyo and Tenshi. Momoyo. I don't know much about Momoyo's character, so I have no idea about the whole jokingly fight thing. However, Tenshi, as you know, is definitely one to brag about how great she is. I got number 2 right, at least. Another one in the second correct box. Chalk one up for Bachi. Alright. Oops. Okay. What is this? What is this? Ask for forgiveness for their past actions, appealing to the fact that they are very small and very cute. Who would do this? Who would do this? Asks for forgiveness for their past actions, appealing to the fact that they are very small and very cute. Well, basically, I am very small. Is this Shimmy and Aiki? I don't have a good lockdown on who they're talking to, but if they're asking for forgiveness for their past actions, that could refer to starting an incident or just their past sins in general. Could be Reimu, but I'm pretty sure it's Shimmy at number 1. It is Shimmy and Aiki. Hey, I got it! Listen to that xylophone. Hidden Jun. Uh-oh. Okay. Just had to make sure I didn't do something wrong. Love that xylophone, man. Such a perfect instrument for Flandre. Yo, that Cheerno emote is eating to the beat. Oh, she was. She was eating to the crash symbol. Oh, she actually is now. Yeah, look at that. It's got a 1-2 rhythm to it. Oh, it's off sync now, damn it. It's off sync. That poor umbrella didn't deserve to be destroyed, or maybe it did. Rain can be so annoying, it's wet, it smells, and it gets everywhere. Okay, this is Kogasa and Anakin Skywalker. Locking in. It's Kogasa and Sanai, but... Kogasa Sanai. Hate water. Flandre and Kogasa? Oh. Is that something she says in 17.5? About rain being annoying, wet, and smelly? Flandre and Kogasa. I said Kogasa and Sanai, so I was wrong on both counts. Suna's used the same player score music since Mountain of Faith. It's never changed. Or maybe it has, subtly, but it doesn't sound like it has. Damn it. damn it. Alright, next one. My second favorite character would wipe the floor with my favorite character, but my favorite character wouldn't normally see my second favorite. Bruh. Hello? Do you have any idea how little that narrows this down? Nope. Get that out of here. Nope. Nope. Twilight Frontier is owned by Right Scale. Not open the Microsoft Store. Alright. My second favorite character would wipe the floor with my favorite, but my favorite character wouldn't normally see my second favorite. Alright, here's my answer. This is 1000% a shot in the dark. How could anyone possibly get this right? Alright, here's my answer. Number 1, Yugi. Number 2, Kozusu. There you go. That's my answer. Yugi and Kozusu. Momiji and Reimu. Surely there was more that could be written here. Momiji would have... Reimu would wipe the floor with Momiji. Well, somebody hasn't played Log K or Mountain of Faith Lunatic, where Momiji is doing exactly that to me. With her stupid ass non. Hate that non, dude. Beats my ass. Alright. Let me know when we get to 140, by the way. We're gonna stop after 140. So we'll get to 141 as a stopping point. Alright. Next one. My favorite character would probably write an article about my second favorite's antics against the Lunarians several months after the incident had been fully resolved. Less people would read her report, it would be more truthful than her main rivals. Another fucking Hitate. Is this Hitate and Junko? I think this is Hitate and Junko. I think that's more Hitate than Aya so far for number 1. I honestly think this is more Hitate number 1 than an Aya number 1. Impressive. Bam, bam, bam. So many music CD tracks today. Okay. Okay. My favorite character would probably write it. Wait, what? Oh, that was the same one. Oh, you put the wrong one in. That's why. I didn't make a mistake that time. There it is. Oh. Dun 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 dun. An overly curious and excitable friend that acts like a younger sister. I'm gonna assume this sentence goes like this. The favorite character is overly curious and excitable friend and acts like a younger sister to the second character. My answer. Bet. My answer is Kyoko Murasa. Lock it in. Lock it in. I don't know. It's one sentence. Old Adams Bar. Kyoko Murasa. Koichi Sanai. Well, sure. It's not like my answer was any good either. But that prompt wasn't getting solved. Not even the top scholars were gonna get that one right. Next one. Squishy. I think Squishy might be the most frequent character popping up, honestly. She might be the most popular one so far, but I haven't been counting. Alright. First character would bother the second at her job, acting like she owned the place, demanding she be let in. The first character would bother the second at her job, acting like she owned the place, demanding she be let in. I want to say Marissa and Sakuya, but I also feel like Marissa wouldn't be the type to demand to be let in. She would just break in herself. But we're gonna go with that. We're locking in. We're locking in. Marissa and Sakuya. Marissa Sakuya. Tenshi and Mei-ling. You know what? I had the right idea, though. I had the right idea. Tenshi would do that. Tenshi would 100% do that. And I guess I should have thought Gatekeeper, because demanding to be let in means she wouldn't have the chance to actually interact with Sakuya. She'd be at the gate. Okay. That one definitely could have been... I could have gotten that one. There were still a lot of options there, but that one had enough to that it was possible to get it right. Also, that's a surprising amount of mailing on this list. Now remember, chat, this whole thing isn't like indicative of like general fandom or anything like that. This is just indicative of people who watch my stuff. A lot of you fuckers like the tall girls, huh? You notice that? Mailing shows up a lot. Mamizo shows up a lot. What's going on, chat? What's going on? Just I'm noticing some trends here. It's a lot of mailing. That's a shocking amount of mailing. Alright. They have interacted before in canon. My second favorite character used my favorite character as labor to save time despite the cost of labor. Wait a minute. My second favorite character used my favorite character's labor to save time despite the cost of labor. Is this Suika Yukari? I think this is Suika Yukari. Because Yukari had Suika rebuild the shrine after Tenshi rebuilt it, and then Yukari knocked it down. Because she didn't like the keystone in it. Kozusu and Nitori. I don't remember that chapter. Wait. My second favorite character used my favorite character as labor. Wait, so Nitori used Kozusu as labor? When did that happen? To save time despite the cost of labor. Oh, wait, was that the cucumber book? Yeah, the cucumber book. Oh, I just remembered it, yeah. That Nitori snagged how to grow cucumbers in your own greenhouse from the outside world in 14.5, and to mass produce it, to like instead of mass producing it herself, she hired Kozusu to book print it. I remember that. I remember that chapter now. Yeah. Okay. Okay. I just got checked. I just got knowledge checked and I lost. I failed it. I failed it. Kozusu and Nitori. Alright. A, B, C, D, E, F, G, H, I. Alright. It's so easy for miscellaneous stuff to bleed out of the mind when it comes to the written works. There's a lot of stuff in the written works I remember, but just not all of it. And to be fair, I did remember that after the fact. I just forgot it in the moment. Where was I? My favorite character will be bullied and made fun of by them for trying to give them medicine, which is coincidental as they live in a garden. Their troublesome mannerisms would rub my favorite character the wrong way. Wait a minute, what? My favorite character will be bullied and made fun of by them for trying to give them medicine, which is coincidental as they live in the garden. Why is that coincidental? Their troublesome mannerisms would rub my favorite character the wrong way. Is this Raisin and Yuka? When I hear the word bullied, I think of Raisin. It's not good. Raisin and Yuka. Correct! I'm not sure what living in the garden has to do with that, like, being coincidental at all, but it was solvable. Using my big good brain. Chat, I have muffins next to me, and I smell them, and I need to eat them. I have 3 muffins that I must eat today, and I just keep smelling them, but I can't just start pigging out on them, you know? But I have to eat them. They're sugar-free. My mom made them. They're sugar-free muffins. They're really good. Are they that good for ya? Well, good enough. But I like them, so I'm okay with her making them and then giving them to me, because I eat them. Alright. I didn't skip that one, did I? No, okay. They get along pretty well, not as friends, but they get along on business terms because of my favorite character. Busy days and nights. My favorite character visits my second fave once in a while. Once in for a whole. Like my second favorite character have that much visitors in first place. For some kind of business related to my fave character work. So, this is definitely... Somebody definitely submitted this, and English is not their first language. So, this is gonna be a bit hard. But you can tell that they tried. They tried to submit to this, even though they're not, English is not their strong suit. So I can only do my best here to try and figure out what this means. They get along well in a business sense. Favorite character has both busy days and nights. My favorite character visits my second favorite once in a while. Second favorite character has much visitors in the first place. Characters that get along on business terms. Favorite character works days and nights. Actually, they work busy days, and at nights, favorite character visits second favorites. But second favorite doesn't have many visitors in the first place for some kind of business or business related to the favorite character's work. Okay, I think I've pieced together how this sentence is supposed to go, but characters who work busy days and have the nights free to themselves. They visit the second favorite character who doesn't have as many visitors at night, and they're there for business related reasons related to their line of work. I'm gonna go out on a whim here and say Aya Mioi. Because I'm not really sure. And I don't know much about Lotus Eaters, but maybe it's Mioi. So let's go with Aya Mioi. I'm here to talk business. Who's busy working during the day and free at night? Sakuya and Rinosuke. 60 days and nights. Okay, I think I misunderstood this, the sentence then. I misunderstood the sentence then. That's unfortunate. I tried my best. I tried my best. I tried my best. Alright, next one. My favorite character would be very excited to study Makai's magic-enhancing properties by learning about it from second favorite, although their relationship would be a little awkward due to science x religion antics. What? Is this Notori and Byakuren? I mean, it could be Shinky or something, but when I think religion antics, I think obviously a prominent figure of religion and science. Why would somebody care about studying magical enhancing properties if not for their own construction? And it wouldn't be Kaneko necessarily. Or maybe it would be Kaneko. Wait, no. Maybe it's Kaneko and Shinky. Lock it in. Lock in Kaneko Shinky. It's Yumemi and Byakuren. Well. Yumemi and Byakuren. Damn, 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 damn. Yumemi would be interested in magic, though. Just because her whole shtick is that she's trying to prove magic exists within the Grand Unified Theory. Hina. Guru Guru. Alright. My favorite character would argue with the second one on why the first should be given permission to cross the border to the human realm so she can scam more humans and make more profits. The second would eventually tire the charade and send her off to be disciplined. My favorite would argue with the second one why the first should be given permission. So she can scam more humans and make more profits. The second would eventually tire the charade and send her off to be disciplined. I'm not processing this sentence very much. I'm not processing this sentence. I have some confusion here with this. Let's go with Tei and Yukari, because there's something about the way this one, the sentence structure on this one that's confusing the shit out of me. So Tei and Yukari. Let's go with that. I always think of Tei when I think of a scam artist. It's Jun and Yukari. God damn it. My favorite character would argue with the second one on why the first should be given permission to cross the border to the human realm. So she can scam more humans and make more profit. The second would tire the charade and send her off to be disciplined. Yeah, I guess. I can't help but think of Tei when I hear the scam artists, you know? I don't think of Jun, because I don't think Jun is a scam artist. That's my personal bias. My personal bias prevents me from seeing it that way. Jun is a scam. She's not scamming you. It's not a scam to make somebody spend all their money on themselves. It's just her ability. A scam is scamming people to spend an egregious amount of money on something. Well, actually, I guess, you know, it's probably the same thing anyway, but it works a little differently. Anyway, My favorite character would go to them for their printing services. They would likely get along very well, although she would always refuse any request by the other to read or purchase a certain unique scroll of hers. That... Oh, wait, that's, no, that's Byakuren and Kozuzu. That's Byakuren and Kozuzu. Because Byakuren has her air scroll and Kozuzu is book printing. And also, she could probably read it when you think about it. Kozuzu could probably read Byakuren's scroll because of her ability. But Byakuren's scroll is designed to only be readable by her, and it contains, like, all of her magic. So, interesting. I actually never thought about that before, but yeah, if those two interacted, Kozuzu would actually be able to read, Byakuren's scroll. Neat. Alright. It's over. Well, I say over, chat, but, how many are left? We're at 141. There's 340, right? So what, there's 200 left? There's 200 left. Oh my god. 225 left. So if we do it at a pace of 70 per stream, 70 per stream, we'll be done. We'll be done. 70 per stream. 70 per stream, chat, and we'll be done. We'll be done next month. God damn it. God damn. But there you go. That is the next part. We just got so many submissions. So many. So let's take a look at the tally right now, shall we? How many Juns we got in the correct box? We got 37 Juns. Number 1 correct. We got 14 Juns. 28 Juns and number 2 correct. 56 incorrect Juns. Damn, man. Good. Good. It's alright, I saved it. It's fine. Alright, chat. There you go. Progress has been made. Everything has been made. 3 more streams of this. Oh, baby. This was... Chat, this was supposed to be essentially a one-off that I did last week, and then the submission count is just... It's too high. So now we're gonna be doing this for 5 weeks, whether you like it or not. So, hope you enjoy it. I hope you're still enjoying it. I'm still enjoying it. Some of these are pretty damn good. Some of these make me think. I like that last one in particular with Kozuzu and Byakuren. Some of them are lore tests. Some of them are funny. Some of them are a little too blank to really like narrow it down. And some of them are just like... Some of them are just impossible. But it's okay. It's okay because with 300 entries, not every one of them can be a winner. But yeah, chat, thank you for watching part 2 of this. Next week, we will have part 3. Oh, man. Can't wait for that.